Templars themselves knew it. There is correspondence, preserved in the Vatican secret archives and analysed at length by scholars including Malcolm Barber in his exhaustive 1994 study of the Templar trials, that shows the Templar leadership had been warned something was coming and had made preparations accordingly. Templars had, in the years leading up to their suppression, accumulated substantial contact with Islamic, Jewish and Eastern Christian scholarly traditions. Contact made possible by their presence in the Crusader states, their relationships with Arab scholars and Kabbalistic teachers, and their control of banking routes that ran through the most intellectually diverse cities in the medieval world. The Templars knew that Friday the 13th was not unlucky. That much we can establish with reasonable confidence. The question is what they knew it actually was. To understand that, you have to go back much further than 1307. You have to go back to the intellectual world from which early Gnostic Christianity emerged, a world that was not primarily Jewish or primarily Greek, but was a synthesis, a meeting point of Platonic philosophy, Pythagorean mathematics, Jewish apocalypticism, Egyptian theology, and Zoroastrian cosmology that produced in the first 2 centuries of the Common Era one of the most sophisticated spiritual philosophies the ancient world ever generated. The Gnostic systems, and there were many, which is itself important, shared a basic cosmological architecture. They agreed that the material world was not the creation of the highest divine principle. The 12 archons corresponded to the 12 signs of the zodiac. The material world in this framework was a 12-part structure, a 12-sphere prison of determinism in which human souls were caught. The zodiacal signs were not just constellations, they were the mechanisms of fate, the instruments through which the archons exercised control over human destiny. Birth into the material world meant being subject to one or more of the 12 spheres. Existing in the material world meant navigating their influences. The entire spiritual project of Gnostic practice was liberation from this 12-fold system, escape from the 12 spheres back to the monad, back to the fullness, back to what they called the 13th eon, the realm of divine reality that exists beyond the 12-part structure of material fate. The number 13 in this framework was not arbitrary, it was structurally necessary. If 12 represents the complete archonic system, then 13 represents the first number beyond that system. 13 is the consciousness that has exceeded the material structure. 13 is what happens when you add monad awareness, pure divine consciousness, to the 12-part world of material existence. 12 plus 1 does not equal 13 in ordinary arithmetic only. In Gnostic cosmology, it represents a qualitative transformation, the moment when deterministic existence is transcended by something that cannot be contained within the 12 spheres. This is why the number 13 was feared by the authorities who opposed Gnostic Christianity. Not because of superstition, because it was a code. When early Gnostic communities counted 13 members in a gathering, 13 lunar months in a year, 13 as the sacred number of their practice, they were encoding their entire theological program in a single digit. They were saying, we are oriented toward that which lies beyond your system of control. We are cultivating the consciousness that your 12 spheres cannot contain. The calendar dimension of this cannot be overstated. One of the most consistently documented aspects of Gnostic and early heterodox Christian practice was the use of the 13-month lunar calendar. This calendar, which divides the solar year into 13 months of approximately 28 days each, corresponding to the 13 complete lunar cycles that occur in a solar year, was not a Christian invention. It is ancient. Versions of it appear in the Egyptian sacred calendar, in pre-Columbian Mesoamerican timekeeping, in Celtic and Norse traditional calendars, and in the Jewish calendar's complex relationship between lunar months and solar adjustment. The Hebrew calendar, in fact, preserves the 13-month structure through its system of intercalation. In certain years, a 13th month called Adar II is added to align the lunar and solar cycles. The sacred feminine element of this is explicit in the Jewish tradition. The months are lunar, the moon is grammatically feminine in Hebrew, Uriah is masculine, but Levana, the more poetic word for moon, is feminine, and the 13-month structure was explicitly associated by Kabbalistic commentators with the 13 divine attributes of mercy described in Exodus 34. When the Church standardized the 12-month solar calendar as the only legitimate way to measure Christian time, it was not making a neutral astronomical decision, it was making a theological decision. It was removing from official Christian consciousness the experiential reality of living in 13-cycle time, of feeling the year as 13 rather than 12, of having one's sense of temporal rhythm synchronized with the moon rather than purely with the sun.
Oh yeah, the hidden builder a temple within, not just of stone, but of light, sound and soul. Atlantis. Wisdom unknown. Excitata Lux, make the truth reveal when the code get blown. Them call him Tubal-Cain, first forge fire. Blacksmith of the gods, them soul rise higher. But the Freemason we come was not just the stone man. Them carry ancient scrolls from the priestly clan. Temple builders, yes, them real magician. Working with sound vibration, sacred ignition. Body a temple, the gland a the lamp. Pineal light up, rim your soul get stamped. Them teach how bread from the Taurus field. Energy spiral like the sacred shield. Mystery school initiate, deep with the lore. From Delphi to Nile, them open up door. Temple builders rise again. Pineal flame, awaken the brain. Golden dawn, Freemason flame. Shriners hold truth in the sacred name. Excitata Lux, oh, the light codes running in our veins. Oh, the temple rises from the dust again. Temple builders rise again. Pineal flame, awaken the brain. Golden dawn, Freemason flame. Shriners hold truth in the sacred name. Excitata Lux, oh, the light codes running in our veins. Oh, the temple rises from the dust again. Them never hide truth, them just guard the gate till the soul of man reach the ready state. Them wear apron, not for pride or fame, but for show that life a sacred game. Excitata Lux, I said it a ride, all art, breath of creation. Resonance link you to all vibration. Them no worship sky god, them become divine. Living temple in flesh, star alignment sign. Them chant geometry in sacred tone. Call the cosmos like a cosmic phone. From Sirius to Orion, blueprint engraved, light code encoded in the wise and brave. Temple builders rise again. Pineal flame, awaken the brain. Golden dawn, Freemason flame. Shriners hold truth in the sacred name. Excitata Lux, oh, the light codes running our veins. Oh, the temple rises from the dust again. Temple builders rise again. Pineal flame, awaken the brain. Golden dawn, Freemason flame. Shriners hold truth in the sacred name. Excitata Lux, oh, the light codes running in our veins. Oh, the temple rises from the dust again. Builders of sound, builders of soul, the mystery wake, the light take control. We the temple, we the key, one code, one love from eternity.